Go live. At this point, I'm just gonna try and see if this, what? YouTube. Good thing my mom's watching, because I'm about to I was about to freaking curse some stuff out. I was about to freaking like start cussing. And then I was like, your mom's right there, Marge.
I really appreciate it. That'll keep you calm.
Hi, Mom. Talks with Mom. Hi, my name's Marge. I'm a Heoke empath. I just like have these little talks on the way I feel about things. And Mom's sitting at the table over here today, just hanging out, just because it's a beautiful day. It's super bright. We're not used to all this light, you know. It's been dark. We've lived in the dark for quite some time, so it's kind of peculiar to figuratively, metaphorically, literally emerge from the darkness into the light, into the stars. We live amongst the stars. Yeah. We're about 6,200 elevation. So we are amongst the stars, and spirits are always around. I'm often welcoming the high vibes and transmuting the negativity, because people got bad intentions, man, and a lot of people don't understand how energy works. That someone just like having ill will, like, you know, there's one person on the planet. It's like, fuck her. How does she get to live this life now? You know, at me. For some reason, because people have all kinds of weird stuff, you know, how they perceive me. They always have. It's just kind of interesting. I'm like, man, that's how I've acted to create then I need to act better. So I always try to do a little bit better, and people have this, you know, she thinks she's so good, or this, she's so, yeah, and I'm like, no, I think I'm freaking have Scorpio moon and have more tendencies to be of the wicked variety. Because it's easier, you know? It's easier to be than like being vulnerable and talking about your feelings and stuff like that.
Try to walk all over you.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of people are coming into their light, into their balance. It's, you know, we just went through Libra season. That's a season of balance. And now it's like, people are like, boom, we are negative, we are positive, and they are freaking
going their own way.
Extending. They're like that 9-volt battery. Okay. You know? Remember those? You put them on your tongue?
No, I don't remember.
You shock your tongue?
No, I didn't.
You didn't do that? Okay. No, I didn't. I experimented everything. It's amazing. Mom lived through my childhood.
And your mother lived.
And you lived it tell. It's amazing. We won't tell them how old you are, Mom.
Thank you.
So, people are coming at rectifying that they have shadow, that we all have shadow. And see, I've known about my shadow, but that's why I rain my shadow. Shadow is like the things that people are willing to do to get what they want.
What they want. Oh.
That's what I look at as shadow, ego, Luciferi tale theater.
It's like they
will sell their mother, literally sell their soul to gain money, property, prestige, all those earth stuff that when you die you don't take with you. None of it. But you take the burden of what you did to acquire all of it with you.
Okay.
And as I understand it, that's why, Mom, I had no problem leaving so much. We've walked away and started over so many times because we aren't attached to earth. It's just we're borrowing everything on earth. So it's weird to me that people want so much money for me to just live, for people to live, people want so much because they're so uncomfortable inside that they can get all that stuff and they still ain't happy.
And they're not happy at all.
They ain't. And so they feel bad, so they take from other people. And there's people, I have ideas, if they're gonna make environments where people are gonna live in tents in the cities, we're gonna make fucking utopians, just like, we're gonna help heal some wounds, take away the drugs, take away the opiates, freaking help people fucking detox, do all the nasty, ugly, gross shit, sit in them in their hurt and hold them and let them rectify these pains and hurts once and for all, and then cleanse, then the earth will step into 5D. But people don't want to get there. Oh, I don't want to talk about that you were, a man penetrated you when you were a 10-month-old baby. That stuff and all that. Yes, all that stuff happens more than way more. So I brace you all. Tell everybody, start telling your stories. Just let it all out. Get a dog. Be nice to the dog. Don't get animals to take things out. But everybody, just get out your toxins. Now is the great awakening.
And keep them
Get
out.
it. Keep them out. Rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. Rebuke Satan and all the demons and all that stuff. Just go to source. Just go. There's no place for you in 5D Earth anymore. And take off the mask. Start taking off the mask. Go see your elders and loving them. If you want them to sustain on this planet, you take off the mask and you start loving them. And give them as much vanilla ice cream as they want in life. Mama, want some vanilla ice cream for breakfast, Mom? So, Mom loves my dimples. These are her dimples. She just lets me borrow them. Hi, Ahmad. Aloha. Hi. So, we got to get into the muck. We got to talk about the nasties and the grossness. And it's just because people have been trying to live in a world of how they wanted it to be or how they thought it should be for a long time. And when they live, and I understand it, when they live like that, it's often, we sell ourselves short. We can do so much better for ourselves. And people, they stuff the hurt and the pain for too long. And it might not even necessarily be in this incarnate. Mm-hmm. This could be hurts and pains that are being woken up because our spirits have had experiences in this universe that haven't happened yet. Because that's how time ain't linear. It's all over the place.
That's interesting. So
when people dream at night, oftentimes, like, you're dreaming about shit that, like, we have all perished in catastrophic ways, like Atlantis. Okay. We perished in Atlantis. That's why I think we've been given the grace to be above, not, God forbid, anything serious happens and the coastal floods of, all this prophesized stuff that people have been
above sea level.
Yeah, we're in a good position. We're in a good,
location.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, I mean, how many spirits have to die in a flood? Like, enough is enough. We learn the lessons. That's what our spirits are due. Mm-hmm. And the lessons that our spirits are supposed to learn are so elementary. It's the human beings that make them.
They throw them off.
So freaking catastrophic. It's because it's all of our bad behavior, because everybody's negative positive, but everybody's all acted like they're all positive and live this secret negative world. And so the world has become how they've been acting and set in their intention, not how they, so there's all these so people can't hide who they are. They can't.
Not anymore.
They can't. They're going to start acting, and they're not even going to know it. They're going to be because it does this every year, but every year that it's like it's getting more serious in the astrology, because a lot of the astrology that is lining up right now is the same shit that happened 500 years ago.
Oh, so it's just a recurring?
It's just a reoccurring. And people are still not figuring it out. There's enough on this planet for everybody to have a little piece of something. Mm-hmm. But there's this Luciferian tale theater that's been playing out where they've literally been harvesting in people and things like this. And these are all the truths that are coming out. They're all coming out. And they can take them, the tubes can take down the truth speak. They can do all that stuff, but they can't keep back the vibration of truth.
the reality of it.
God is bigger and universe is bigger, so messages will get out. Because the truth is like a sliver that comes up.
What they always say, the truth will always come.
You've said that my whole entire life. So it's like whenever I'm like at a point where I'm like, I could really lie right here and get my outcome.
But it won't.
I just hear you say that my whole life. I've heard you the truth always comes out. And I know in evidence after evidence after evidence been proven time and time again. So it's like, no, this is, take my lumps. Take my lumps. But I've known about the control freaks, the frequency of the controller my whole... Because people like to give me lumps, man. People really like to give me lumps.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Just give me a hard time.
Oh.
Just to see, like...
Just to taunt you?
Yeah. I'm what they call an easy target, I guess. Because...
Do you see that as because you have a higher vibration?
Yeah.
Purpose and
people just like to stifle. People like to because they can't, if they can't beat you, they want to break you down. And it's just like, all right, just whatever I need to do, to freaking get my way in life, just give me what is it gotta be, just what to make peace and things like that. Because I'm one of them people pleasers, Mom. I gotta fix things when there's discomfort and
Well, if you're a people pleaser, don't you think that you were born with that?
Yeah.
In your nature.
Doesn't mean I like it.
That's good. That's good.
I don't like it because I'm like, okay, Aries sun. All right, Scorpio moon, Cancer rising, and then in Vedic Pisces.
I don't know what that means.
Vedic, it's Western or Eastern astrology, like Hindi. I'm Pisces sun. Still Scorpio moon, and Gemini rising. So these are full spectrum. So I'm like little rays of light, love and light, but I'm also like, fuck you, bitches. To who, I don't care to who.
You just don't carry within one. You expand.
Yeah.
You don't get stuck.
And a lot of people have been nullifying their low vibrational frequencies, and they're being busted out, And worst thing I do is I talk shit. Like, I'll ask somebody if they're the product of siblings at the grocery. If they're mom and dad or brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Yeah. But most of the time it's like people are frequency. I mean, the roomies and I were talking about it last night that oftentimes, or maybe it was this morning even, time is all a blur, that like I'll say things and people will be like straight through me. And I'm like, hello. They don't on Harry Potter there is a cloak of invisibility, and it's like that.
Oh,
like people like I'm not even there.
There? They just
they're that good at ignoring me. Yeah, it's
and
weird.
They do that deliberately.
Yeah, it has to be. I'm thinking. Who's in the talkie room?
Do you feel that it's because?
Hi, Roman. Okay. Hi. Hi, I've been thinking about you. And her little dog, too. Huh. I'm glad you're here. I can feel you. Roman's in San Francisco.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
Does he live there or is he just visiting?
Years been there.
Huh?
Yeah, years have been there. It's been there for years. San Francisco, I like San Francisco. I remember the first time I went, Mom let me go, I was like 15 and a half.
All the ups and downs,
and
hills, and walking.
The sun wouldn't stay behind the clouds forever, man. Yeah, the truth always comes out, man. It always comes out. And people are figuring it out. People are really figuring it out. It's like, I don't know. I've had situations. One time, I had a roommate. She was a terrible human being. I hope she got better. Tennis.
Somebody really happy.
Oh my God, she was
very unhappy.
She's like one of the only people I know from Cincinnati, Ohio. So it's like when people are from Ohio, that's like one of my only measures of
okay.
And she was talking trash about me to her girlfriend back in Ohio. And I was going home and I had a voicemail from her, and I got a recording of the conversation that she and her girlfriend were having about me.
Okay.
I got that as a voicemail.
Okay.
That's how God universe works.
It came back to you, so.
So that's how I knew that she wasn't a very good person to me, because I got the act, and then I went up and I was like, so I got this voicemail, and and she was like, I don't know how, like, it was, because stuff like that, people are think it's not technologically, yeah, things aren't we are frequency. God gives us what we are supposed to receive. And no matter, that's why it's like, I don't talk trash about people. If there's something that needs to be said, I get a hold of them, personally is that there's no discrepancy. There's none at all, because that is where the cognitive dissonance. Mom and I were looking up words today in our big book.
I love that. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. Oh, I got it. Cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance.
I always
This is
words.
We like to look up words. This used to be a woman. Her name was Grandma Gardner. So anybody in Northern California, Project City, Central Valley, for a span of probably 30 years, 40 years. I wonder how long she was the grandma at Project City School, or like in the district. And I wonder how many lemon drops she gave away.
She was
Love this thing.
She was a real kind, thoughtful person.
And Mom got to hang out with all these really rad women in history, like Opal Fox.
Yeah.
Opal Fox was the first woman to work on the crew at Shasta Dam, at the building of the Shasta Dam.
Oh man, I got goosebumps. She's
here?
She's here, Margie. I can feel her. She goes, you remembered her? Oh, Margie, that feel. Oh, wow.
They're in the movie. See, once they open the world back up.
You know what? Oh,
she was from Arkansas. She's a hard working woman.
She really.
And come here, Benny, get in the chair.
I think we were the kids that she never had.
Yeah, and on the tour of the dam, they do at the end, they do a video.
Uh-huh.
I have that video on VHS.
Oh.
I tracked it down through like the land of Bureau. I got a copy of it. So,
oh, Margie, that's great.
So there's pictures of Opal on video in that, where they're like interviewing her and stuff. And I'm like, so Mom, you see, that's, we were talking earlier about how strong women attract strong women. You just come across each other. You are magnetically the same. So it doesn't matter technology, no technology. People that are intended to connect will connect.
Very well put.
Thanks, Ma.
Very well put.
I get all
she
hot.
Was a neat lady.
Yeah, real neat lady.
She never had kids or anything.
No.
But she was a
Shasta Lake. Yeah. Proud Falcon, Central Valley, class of '92.
We used to walk across the dam.
Oh, I remember being able to stand on the one side and just yelling as loud as I could in an echo.
The echo.
Just boom, boom, boom. And then I could see that echo. It made this sound like, you know, if you picture a mirror behind you and it looks like all kinds of
different shapes,
layer or like parallels. Like,
oh, okay.
Here, let me see if I can give you an example, Mom. So, let's see if I could do a loop. I used to be able to, I got too many things going on at one time. No, it's cool. I've done that? Oh, it's in the evening and it's all reflective.
Makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, that's why it's not working. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway.
Now you know.
Well, I'll test that technology later. Anyway, so like if you layer, like if you stand in front of a mirror and then you have another mirror behind you and it looks like there's just like mirror after mirror after mirror after mirror after mirror, like layers.
Reflecting off of each other.
doing the echo at the dam.
Oh, right.
Picture that
I
was
remember
like sound.
that. Uh-huh.
So it was like matching sound. I don't know. It's all physics to me, but
I,
that was a long walk for a little kid with shoes that didn't fit right.
Well, we always made it, didn't we?
Yep, those were one of the big. Mom always taught me these life lessons. It's one because there would be times that she'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna walk, but I'm not gonna carry you. So if you're gonna start walking, it's gonna take as long as you're gonna take. I will not carry you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, Mom." Thinking I'll get her to yeah. And then so we start walking, and then my feet hurt.
I love walking across the dam.
And I'd get so tired, and you'd just be like, just look at that post right there.
Yeah,
Don't look way how far you gotta go. Just look right there. And then it's like, okay, look up a little farther. Okay, I can make it to there.
And you made it.
Mom, I've walked. I wonder how many miles I've walked in my life.
A lot.
I remember walking. We ran out of gas, or the car died on outside of Morro Bay, and we walked.
Nowhere.
And we walked to San Luis Obispo.
I don't remember that.
I do.
And you're still standing.
I'm in pretty good shape. I got badass calves, actually.
They hurt?
No, they're just in really.
They're
they're in rad shape from always walking.
We did a lot of walking.
Then the big red truck. I'm cleaning out the big red truck today.
Are you gonna miss it?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it.
You got good pictures of him though.
Oh, her, yeah, lots of pictures of her. We took her to the beach, and all the dogs got to go to the ocean in her. So I mean, there's all these spots, but it's time to let her go. She's got to go back to source spirit. The spirit in the heart of the engine that came is what's like Christy, the movie, you know. But people it's transition. She's not supposed to be here with us. She was supposed to be there in Oregon with us and got us here.
And she got us here, and that was
hopefully now we got to set up the intentions out to receive a new vehicle that's, you know.
Marge, you love that truck. I know you do. I love riding in it.
What do you do? Just love them while you got it, Ma. Yeah. They're just like dogs. Their little heartbreaks waiting to happen.
There's a lot of pictures. We got a lot of pictures of her.
Yeah.
But she stood her ground.
She just kept going uphill. She did so good. She did so good. She did so good.
She took good care of it.
Yeah. I'm always forever going to be grateful to her. So, I hope people really go through the transition of learning how to process emotions.
A lot of people don't know how.
They don't just allow them to come through and just let them go, but don't hang on to that stuff. And other people can't receive, like Jerry doesn't like no crying, and I'm like, dude, I just cry and allow this stuff to go through. But it's like some people cannot handle other people's emotions because then those are the empaths.
I don't know what
they're empathic too. Like they feel other people's emotions, but they just they have unhealthy coping mechanisms on how to just ignore it and shut it off. And you can ignore it and shut it off, but your glands and organs can't. So they feel when other people because people feel bad. Like you walk into a room and there's tension or something, you can feel it. Yeah.
You can feel the anger. You can feel the fear. You can feel the discontent.
You can also feel the joy and the gratitude and the elation too.
And
so
there's a lot of happiness too.
Anyway,
we've gone through a lot. We've traveled a lot down the road. Well, and we always got back down the road.
Yeah. Creepy on.
I did like San Francisco. I thought it was a neat town to visit.
Yeah, it was a nice place to visit. And that's the thing is that none of these places, like when you visit them in different points in time, you gotta always embrace things for what they are at that time, because as soon as you leave that place, you and that place are different. You know? And so every time, and so many people are hanging on to the old ideas of how they thought that things are supposed to be, and they gotta let all that stuff go.
It drags them down.
Because really they're ruining it, because we're in like cruising up the elevation in 4th D, you know, to a new birth, and people have to shed their shit because you can't take it with you. So you're gonna stay down in 3D Earth, or you got to shed that shit and ascend and help rebirth the planet to where we could have heaven on earth utopian society
Literally.
forever.
Wow.
We have the means to do it. But some Luciferi tale theater, because everybody has a number and can sell out, we don't. That's the only reason why it's like that, is because people have to have shit that they can't take with them.
They really can't take with them. But they have the power of letting other people know that they have it.
But it's stupid. No, but we're getting to a place that it's going to be like, who fucking cares? Nobody cares. And the thing is, people don't get their shit together. Polls are going to flip and shit.
What's going to...
Polls. Catastrophic things could happen potentially because people are catastrophic in their inside. They're imbalanced inside themselves.
I don't know what the word
catastrophic. Okay, like when they talked, ever since as long as I remember, they talked about like earthquakes happening in California, dropping into the ocean. Yeah, because people feel bad, so they think about bad shit, and we create reality. So get rid of all the bad shit. Don't think about it and start thinking about Earth how you want it.
Oh, they hang on to the negative.
Oh my God, and they keep us down here, and it's like, fucking take the fucking masks off. Just take them off. Just take them off and live your life. Mom, it's crazy. The level of, and then there's still people like rioting over here and burning, and California's at risk of burning down at all times still. And it's like, but you got this storyline with the mask, and it was funny. Trump the other day was talking shit about this dude that he's Scorpio moon just like me, or I'm Scorpio moon just like him.
Okay.
And some got press reporter perpetuating the machine, has this big old stupid mask on, and Trump was talking shit about how, wow, I think that's the biggest mask I ever saw, or whatever. Was just like, dude, take the fucking mask off and go live your life, man. What, are you going to get a ticket? What, are you going to be in the system? What, are you going to not be allowed to do something? Dude, all this shit you're not allowed to do these days isn't that fucking fun anyway.
The mask is a big power play.
It's so stupid, Mom.
I can control you.
Still, people die more from alcohol-related incidents than this shit. Well, see, because I've been waiting for it for 3 years, because the astrology was like, the whole world's gonna just
waiting for the shift.
This shift, yeah, but I didn't know how it was gonna manifest, and it was just amazing that it's the Great American Eclipse has been like these conjunctions. Something's going to happen and like the whole world is going to stop. And I was like, well, let's see how God's going to get the whole world to stop. And sure as shit, freaking the inklings of last October, November, there's a sickness in China, and I'm like, here we go. We'll talk about it later. It's just, it's more shit that they made in a lab, more stuff to create fear, more stuff to generate money.
So they go out and spend more money. And the money goes back into their pockets.
It's just so, and then Luciferi, because that's all serving the Luciferi tale theater, but also at the same time with all this stuff happened, Donald Trump is freaking taking down the marauders, all these people that benefit from harvesting people and from using people. He's draining the swamp, Mom. He's magma. He's making it America great again. Like maybe even he could make it so like how it would be if the colonists didn't come over and take care of her, but if they came over and cooperated with our ancestors that were already here, with that spirit of freedom. Like it's never seen because we've always been in this control of this left, right. It's a circle of greed, So
that's very insightful.
He's a good man. He's doing a lot of good stuff. He's saving a lot of kids. He's always and all the other ones fed on them, and he's saving them. Yep.
He had a calling in his life.
Yep.
When he was born,
yep. I know he ain't all that bad. See, when I didn't like him, it was when I was so full of my own ego. That I hated it but what I hated in him is what it was in myself. So.
And you saw it you saw it within yourself.
Anyway, I think the stream's kind of choppy. I'm gonna How about a couple of sandwiches, Mom?
Okay, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom. I'll be right.
All right, I'm gonna end this and I'll be on my way. So
What are you
I'm just finishing my talk here.
Oh, you're talking to. Oh,